Hey there, Jimmy again. How are you? Beautiful day today, and we have something really cool. But first, as usual, if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe and hit the notify button. That's a little bell thing that tells you whenever I put a new video up, so you don't miss any of them. Lots of goodness here today, because this is a final year 1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. This is the last year before they went to the really swoopy body style and it became the supercharged SC. So this one is the turbocharged one, obviously. Introduced, we did another Thunderbird a while ago. I think that was an 85 Elan, so look for that one. That one was pretty cool. That was one of the early Aerobirds. And this is, well, still the same generation. However, they changed the bodywork a little bit in 87 for the last 2 years. And the Turbo Coupe got slightly different bodywork than the regular one, mainly in the front end. There's no grille, as you can see, and there's some intakes. So let's take a look at the whole thing. So this is pretty sporty. This is back when, Ford was doing a lot of their Euro-ish look. So you've got the black trim with the red stripes, sort of GTI-like, I guess. All these bumpers were yellow underneath for whatever reason, which always looks kind of weird when they start failing. But look at this front end. It's very much nostril-like. It looks like a bird beak. Even more than ever. So, it is a Thunderbird, so the bird thing, I guess, works. But you've got the big Thunderbird logo. You've got these nostril scoops here. You've got the big arrow headlights. Well, there would have been the arrow headlight there, with the wraparound turn signal and the inner marker light there. Very cool. Fog lights, standard, not bad. I like that. They're broken, as they tend to do when they're that low. Let's look under the hood first before we even walk around the rest of it. So those are the nostrils, the air scoops, and they're actual or real. So they actually do scoop the air and direct it through here, straight down into the intercooler. So this is Ford's 2.3 liter turbocharged engine, as usual. By this year, for the manual transmission, it actually got 190 horsepower, which is quite a bit. If you had an automatic, which was introduced the year before, you were limited to 150. But 190 is not bad, and I believe it was 240 pound-feet of torque, which does not suck. So not bad for a rear-wheel drive car. Gotta love the little homemade cold air filter here that absolutely does not suck any cold air in. It'll just take the hot under hood air, and there will be a lot of hot air since the turbo is right back there. But yeah, other than that, that's just basically the same 2.3. So with the intercooler, this is basically very similar to the Ford Mustang SVO of a few years prior. But yeah, it's a gigantic hood. Let's walk around the rest of it here. This one's got quite a bit of hail damage, as you can maybe see. We get a lot of hailstorms here in the Denver area. You've got these great looking 16-inch alloy wheels, which are nice. 225/60 R16 tires. You had, it wasn't an air suspension, but I believe it was electronically controlled. It wasn't just standard shocks, as I recall. Got the big rub strip here, Turbo Coupe called out on the side. Obviously another Ford, their little magic keypad, which is always nice. Like most Thunderbirds, got another call out here on the pillar. Wrapping around to the back. Oh, the sun's kind of in our eyes here, but that's okay. More Thunderbird logos here. You've got the full width tail panel, which is nice. Oh, it says Thunderbird there. The badges are gone. And Turbo Coupe there. We've got a little airplane flyby going, so please bear with me on the noise. Yep, looks like it went away. We're near an Air Force base here. But let's see, can we open the trunk? Yes. Oh, look, an intake for something. Interesting, and a bunch of other assorted crap. Was the spare under here? Is it still there? Let's see. Kind of working with the one hand here. Well, that's where the spare would be. I'm not going to pull it out. You've got another distributor in here, alternator, basically a bunch of car parts, radiator fan. That's pretty roomy though. That's fairly deep. Not terrible. Kind of like it. I like the silver color on this car. That was not bad. Actually, that's interesting. You got a little Ford 1988 stamp there, so it's a genuine part from '88. Then same wheels, obviously. Another Thunderbird logo over here. Turbo Coupe badge there. Let's look inside. Let's see if I can get in the driver's side. the door was a little wonky earlier. Might have to enter through the passenger side. Yeah, not working. That's a bummer. Let's go in through the passenger. I think I can make it work this way though. It's a little jacked up. Well, let's look at the back first. So here's the back. It's a fairly roomy coupe. You had decent headroom. It's not too bad. A couple little reading lights back there. Not too much leg room, but it's a nice Ford velour plush material that seems to hold up quite well. And this is actually nice. Very padded in here. Big enough windows to see out of. Probably not so claustrophobic as some of these little personal luxury coupes. This one had a sunroof. And let's look at the front here. That's not bad. Kind of a cliff-like dashboard, which I've never been really so wild about, but glove box, big instrument panel, vents, time and date, radio would have been there. Oh no, radio would have been there. I'm not sure what went there. What did go there? What went above the radio? Does anybody know? Then down here we have the electronic climate control, so that's the HVAC, and below that the system sentry, so little lights would come on if you had a door ajar, oil needs to be checked, low fuel. Not quite sure if you'd really notice that if your oil was low or something, but hey, what can you do? So that's the controls for the seats. Like I said, 5-speed manual. I think it's a Borg-Warner T5, was standard. Let's see if I can open the door from here and then go around. Let's see. Okay, let's go around. And we can look at how many miles are on this thing. Oh, what else do we have here? Premium sound, very nice. I mean, these were loaded up. I don't know what these cost, but I'm sure they weren't cheap. Let's take a look, see in here. It's a shame this one made it to the junkyard. It's not in bad shape, but it must have been something major engine-wise. Oh, that's not bad. Look at that. 202,312. Not bad. Who says turbo cars don't last? Absolutely they do. And let's see what else you had. The oil pressure, temperature. Well, the red line's like 6,200 or so. You've got a turbo gauge there. I think it would give you up to 15 PSI. Not terrible. Amp meter, fuel gauge. Interesting, you did not get a leather wrapped steering wheel. You just got a regular plastic thing. And here's the horn button. I guess the bird is spitting its guts out or something. Does that go in? Nope, it just comes out. Oh well. But check out these seats. I mean, this bolster is a little worn or falling down, but there's no, for 200,000 miles, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. Gotta love blue velour. Gotta love velour in general. So, let's see. Sun visors with lights. More map lights there. Sunroof open and close button. Yeah, this is not bad. Let's see, when was this built? Built in April '88. So this is one of the last ones off the line, or fairly towards the end. Here's the VIN, so you can always look it up. Very nice car. But yeah, that was the 1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. And as always, if you liked what you saw, please do hit the subscribe button and the like button, and for sure the notification bell, and check out some of the other videos, okay? There's tons in the library, and there's more coming all the time. Thank you. Bye-bye.